Sagittarius, what's up, y'all? How you doing? It is time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's happening with y'all in the fourth week of August. August, week 4, 2025. Weekly check-ins are just a short, quick, general energetic overview. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But I do have a link for that right down here in the description of this video. All right, let's hop on into this. Let's see what we can tell Sagittarius about the energy with your situation and the person you're dealing with in the fourth week of August. What can we tell the Saggy family universe? How's the energy looking between Sagittarius and the person they're dealing with? 3 shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Whoa. Ooh, justice. Could be a Libra for some of you. You know what this kind of feels like to me? Oh, that's interesting. Now, I'm going to use these terms very loosely, okay? But it looks like they're finally getting what they deserve, if that makes sense. Now, again, that's a very loose, subjective way to look at life. You don't want to get too carried away with that. I'm not digging that all the way up here in this video, but yeah, it kind of looks like somehow, some way, you're seeing them getting what they deserve. Now, for some of you, I don't want to get too specific here, but for some of you, it's like this person is trying to come apologize, you know? Because, okay, let me just tell you the energy that I'm seeing here. It's really specific, so I take what resonates, chuck what don't. But this feels like the type of energy where somebody did you dirty. Like left you for someone else or cheated on you or whatever. And now they're coming back because that came back to bite them in the ass, right? May not be that exact scenario, but the type of energy behind that, you know? Where it's like, yeah, you finally got to take a bite of the fucking shit you served me, huh? Okay, cool. But I mean, Death card, 5 of Pentacles. I don't know. I mean, it feels to me like you're kind of washing your hands of this situation. That's what it feels like. Okay, well, some of you dealing with a Leo. I also have Libra, Scorpio. All right. Okay, well, let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. All right, come on now. Come on now. There we go. Okay. How's this person really feel about you? How do they see you? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? Three shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Boom, Fool reversed. Ah, see. 7 of Swords. They still up to no good. They still up to no good. So while they, for some of you, they may try to throw a little pity party. You know, they may try to like apologize, or even if they don't apologize, they may try to figure out how to get you to feel sorry for them somehow, some way. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, they ain't changed nothing. They ain't changed nothing. You know, I mean, some people are really good at pretending they've changed. And these are the people that are like, I can never really figure out, because if you know that you need to change well enough to pretend that you have, then why not just go ahead and fucking do it, you know? It'd be one thing if you were so completely oblivious to your actions that you ain't changing nothing, right? I would actually honestly respect that a little bit more than if you're pretending to change just to try to manipulate a situation. That means that deep, deep down, you know that you should change, or you wouldn't be pretending to. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what this feels like to me. For those of you who do end up getting an apology, this feels like one of those apologies to get what I want, not an apology because I'm genuinely sorry for what I did. You know, it's what this feels like. I don't think they've changed anything. I don't think so. All right, well, let's see. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Sagittarius? What's the advice? Ooh, Death card. You know what that means? That means that it's in your best interest to just close this out. I don't know. I get a little bit nervous when it comes to giving that kind of advice. Seven of Swords reversed again. I get a little bit nervous when it comes to giving that kind of advice because at the end of the day, you shouldn't walk away from anyone for any reason other than you decided that's what's best for you. You know what I mean? Now, don't get it twisted. I do think the majority of you do know you've learned your lesson. I think the majority of you have. But if you haven't fully learned everything you've needed to learn from this situation, and you just take my advice just because you trust me, that won't help you in the long run. Because if you didn't learn everything you needed to learn from that situation, how are you going to avoid it in the future? You won't. You won't. If you don't know what to look for, if you don't know what to watch out for, if you don't know what red flags to look for, if you don't know how to feel the energy out of the situation, you won't be able to avoid it in the future. And you'll just end up repeating that cycle again anyways. But all I can really tell you, here's what I'll tell you. Ain't nothing changed. And I tell you that so that if you do end up deciding to acquiesce to this person's little game and it ends up looping around and repeating the same cycle, you can at least know to draw the line, you know? So thank you, Dualtron, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just, I guess, take that information and do with it what you will. Let's see what's coming in for the singles. What's coming in next for the singles? What's coming in next for the singles? Uh-oh, some of y'all might be dealing with somebody at the workplace. But the Eight of Pentacles is reversed, though, so that could indicate that somehow, some way, if it is a workplace connection, that could serve as a blockage. Like maybe somebody doesn't want a workplace relationship, or maybe workplace relationships are against the rules. Maybe. I know that's not all of you, but it could be an earth sign for some of you. Page of Pentacles. Temperance, that's you, boo-boo. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, there's some kind of blockage here. To try to keep it general, you know, for some of you, maybe it's workplace. For others, maybe something else. But there's some kind of blockage going on here. Some kind. And what I'm having a hard time figuring out is it almost kind of seems like this is somebody that's more into you than you are them. And I'll even take it a step further. Kind of feels to me like somebody that you might just, it may be more than you're just not that into them. I think they might get on your fucking nerves a little bit too. Kind of feels like somebody that kind of irritates you a little bit annoying, you know. And there could be a potential third party or suspected third party in the mix. Yeah, I got 2 3s here. Okay, well, this looks kind of like a little bit of a mess here, honestly. Because with the 2 of Wands, Temperance, 3 of Wands, looks like something that's moving real slow. And it almost kind of feels like there's energy fighting against this, you know. Could be a fellow Sagittarius for some of you, but I feel like that's your energy. Is that the only major arcana I have? Nope, I got Taurus here too. All right. Thank you, Stephanie, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. I don't know about that deck. Their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. What's their energy look like in general? Are they really wanting something serious? Or are they just fucking around and playing around? See, that came up in the last spread. I didn't want to say it because I get sick of that. I get so tired of that, man. Every time I read a new connection or a potential new connection, past fucking energy always comes through. And every time I try to steer around it, it keeps coming out and getting shoved in my face. So it's like almost impossible to work around. See, this person don't know what in the hell they want. See, at the end of the day, they're really waiting on a past person. Yeah. They're really waiting on a past person. And I don't know, sometimes that's kind of easy to pick up on. Especially if you know, like if it's somebody you know, like maybe at the workplace or something like that, and you know they were in a relationship a couple of months ago, and when you start talking to them, you can just feel that there's still that energetic connection going on there, and they're just kind of trying to fill a void, and they're not really forming that strong of a connection with you. You know, you can just kind of feel it. You can tell it's, yeah. So, yeah, maybe they're just trying to fill a void. Now, the question, though, is that do they have bad intentions? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, dude, most people don't know what the fuck else to do. What else am I going to do? Yeah, I'm heartbroken. But what else am I going to do? I got to move on with my life. Only thing I know to do is just wait until the pain goes away or distract myself from it. Keep myself busy so I'm not thinking about it. Get into another relationship. That'll distract me from it, you know? Most people don't even know what else to do. So while, yeah, when I talk about that type of energetic scenario, I do have a little bit of harshness in my tone, you know, because it is Not a very fucking smart thing to do. And that is one of the leading causes of relationship failure. But I mean, in all honesty, most people aren't doing it with bad intentions at heart. They don't know what else to do. You know, they don't know how else to handle their heartbreak. They don't know how to fucking heal. So, well, let's see how it plays out. See how it plays out for the first 60 days. How's it playing out for the first 60 days? Three shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Three of Swords. Okay. Well, oh, man. Back and forth shit. Back and forth. So I don't think separation's happening in the first 60 days, but I think that connection is really slow to form. Real slow to form. You're having a hard time really connecting with them at a deep level. But you're trying to be patient. Trying to be patient and just see where this wants to go. You know, and it's just moving real slow. Real slow. Yeah, that emotional connection is it's just not happening in the first 60 days. There's a lot of doubt. And you know what I always tell you? 60 days in, if you've been consistently dealing with somebody, talking to someone, hanging out with them, dating them, spending time around them, consistently for 60 days, and you're confused about how they feel about you, there's about a 98% chance that you'll always be confused about how they feel about you. And I just say 98% just to be practical and get a little bit of leverage there. From what I've seen, it's 100% of the time. But we all know there's exceptions to everything. So just to try to be a little bit realistic and leave some room for variation there, you know, a little margin of error, I say 98%. Let's grab the advice. I don't even know what kind of personal advice I could give that. I don't even know what to say about that, honestly. What's the advice? Four of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. Well, okay. This is tricky. Only thing you can really do in a situation like this is let your concerns be known like a calm, cool, respectable adult. And maybe, you know, a lot of times you have to be the change you want to see. So if I want you to open up and be more vulnerable with me, I'm going to go first. I'm going to open up and be more vulnerable with you. You know, and yeah, 60 days, man, I'm telling you. I think, honestly, I think there should be energetic transparency in the first 30 days. I'm not saying y'all should know each other like the back of your hand, you know, but I'm saying you should know how this person feels about you. There should be no doubt regarding their feelings or their intentions. And just let it be known. Let it be known that it's a concern of yours. Be putting forth your own work, energy, and effort to make sure you're doing your part. We can't just stand back with our arms crossed and demand and point fingers just because somebody else isn't doing right. We got to make sure we're doing what's right, you know. And if after a certain point, 30 days, 60 days in, you've been doing your half of the work. You've been letting your concerns be known, and they're just not putting forth really the effort to even try to alleviate your concerns. Then if that tension continues to build, it could turn ugly. If there's no shift in the energetic trajectory, it could turn ugly. Okay? All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Sagittarius family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description, okay? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.